guess it's the first one that jumps to mind. Another Bob Peoples.
I checked it early, it still showed in transit.
Good morning and welcome to day 63 on the Appalachian Trail. I am still here at Woods Hole at 9:30. Should be heading out within the next hour. Today we've got 12 miles to Pearisburg. Well, I can definitely say that is one of the hardest places to leave. I was very tempted to stay there and take a 0 day today. Oh, the food was divine. The beds were comfy. Nobody snored in the bunkhouse last night. So I got an amazing night of sleep. All around 10 out of 10 experience. Do not miss Woods Hole. The half-mile uphill road walk also adds to the hard to leave factor. Just kidding, it's not that bad. I'm gonna walk down here and check out Doc's Knob shelter. Heard it had a cool deck. Ooh, that is pretty fancy. Adirondack chair and everything. We got Pearisburg here in 9.3 miles. Already on 2.5 this morning. Honestly, it might be 9 miles because I'm getting off on a road a little bit before, so I can go straight down to the Dairy Queen. I am happy to report that my shirt is on the right way today. I must have been tired yesterday. Actually, no, I definitely was tired yesterday. We were talking this morning after breakfast about how a couple of us keep getting Christmas songs stuck in our head, and we're trying to figure out the science behind that. One guy suggested that your brain is just like looping through songs that you know. And I don't know. Sometimes I'll get other songs stuck in my head. Like this morning I have SOS by the Jonas Brothers. I think I've heard that song one time in my life. But that's stuck in my head this morning. But I don't know, Christmas music seems to be a common occurrence. Like Jingle Bells really will play on repeat sometimes. Frosty the Snowman. I don't know what it is about it, but apparently it's a shared experience. I miss the people I was hiking around. I mean, I enjoy the people I'm around now for the most part, but there's a lot of drama. And I did not come out here to thru hike and be involved in a bunch of drama. I mean, there are people trying to hike away from other people and a lot of guy-girl drama, some judgy stuff happening. I don't know, it's just weird. There are some really cool people, don't get me wrong, but also maybe I'm just hearing about it. Maybe that happened in the other groups I was in, but I don't really feel like that was going on. I'm gonna call this the poncho predicament. It was just raining for about 15 to 20 minutes. But this is one of those summer days where there are some storms rolling in about 3 or 4 o'clock. Hopefully I'll be in Pearisburg by then. But there are also these little storm cells that are popping up throughout the morning and early afternoon. So you play this game of risk with Mother Nature. Do you leave the poncho on? Or the second you take the poncho off, is it gonna start downpouring and then you just wasted all those calories taking off your poncho to put it back on? No, I mean, it's kind of funny because I do feel like, you know, if I've been walking for 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, stop raining. And then I take my poncho off, then it'll start right back up. It's a little snake. I don't know if you can see him. His little head right there. Usually power lines means a good view. Not bad. little survey marker. Oh wow, that is beautiful. So the Paris sledges. Now it's time to head down there. Today's been pretty cruisy so far. There's a couple slick rocks up here, but we've only got 2.5 miles to get down into Pearisburg. I know you can probably not, but I can see the town of Pearisburg through the trees over to my right. Yeah, I don't think the camera's gonna get that. That's a long way down. There's a lot of cool air coming out of there. Wonder if it's a cave. Oh my goodness, every bit of me wants to just play on these rocks. It looks so fun. Okay, apparently Angel's Rest is this way. I need to go that way. But I'm not gonna pass up a good overlook. Let's go check it out. Just want to climb all these rocks. Not while I'm by myself though. I'm being safe. There we go. Here's Angel's Rest. That is pretty. Share pouch. Don't make me laugh. Angel's Rest is definitely worth the blue blaze, but now we're off to Dairy Queen. Nom 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 nom. Little deer over there enjoying a snack. I think these are the abandoned power lines. Whatever they are, they're not in use anymore. It's just the towers up here now. A couple of you have mentioned you enjoy hearing what I'm listening to while I'm on trail. So today, on this descent, I've got Houndmouth playing their album Little Neon Limelight, I think is the name of it. But I haven't listened to them in a while, and honestly, I don't listen to them very much. One of their songs came on shuffle earlier this morning, I think, or maybe it was yesterday. And I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to them in a while. Let me pull up their album. So I have service. So that's exactly what I did. And it pretty much fits the downhill vibe today. Made it down here to the road. We've got about a half-mile road walk into Pearisburg. And this road leads to Dairy Queen, as all roads really should. I just got off the phone with my grandma, so it's good to chat with her for a little bit. I have a question for y'all though. If you were going to Dairy Queen, if you're in my shoes right now, what would you get? What is your go-to order? Go ahead and put your order in the comments down below. I'm just curious what people get at Dairy Queen. I used to be a like the chocolate dipped cone kind of girl, but I am for sure an Oreo Blizzard kind of person today, and really honestly for the past couple of years since college, since university. And I'll probably get some chicken nuggets. That sounds really good. Maybe a burger. I'm gonna get a lot. There's a train. All right, see you at Dairy Queen. Let me pause for a second right here because I do not do a great job of explaining this later, but I received a call letting me know it would be about 2 months before my car was ready. And if you remember from a few days back, my rental car that they had provided me is currently parked at Long Neck Lair. Now, I did make a decision that since it would be so long, when I got to Pearisburg, I would try and shuttle back to Long Neck Glare so that I could drive my car back to Georgia to return it. There was also a pretty crazy heat wave moving in, so I felt good about this decision and didn't want to get several hundred miles up trail and then have to figure out how I was going to get back to Long Neck Glare. Here we go! Well, a lot has happened in the last 3 or 4 hours, so let me fill you in. The last clip you saw, I was at Dairy Queen, and I decided since it was still mid-afternoon, I would check to see if there were any shuttle drivers available to take me back to my car instead of waiting until tomorrow. So 2 of them were, so I picked the one who answered first, and he took me back to the alpaca farm. I got my car, and then I decided I was going to drive as far as I could until I got tired. I made it about an hour and a half, and I was driving through some crazy thunderstorms. I started feeling tired, so I pulled off an exit and made a reservation at this hotel here, which with points I ended up getting for $40 tonight, which is pretty crazy. So I'm going to stay here for the night. I am probably going to have about 2 or 3 days of delay in videos. I'm so sorry. I know you just waited very long for the videos to start back, so I'm sorry there's a delay in that, but I anticipate that's probably about how long it's going to take for me to sort out my car stuff. I'll get to see family again while I'm at home, and so, you know, the goodbyes will be hard again, but then I anticipate about 2 or 3 days I'll be heading back up to trail. I can't decide yet if I want to fly to Roanoke or rent a car and drop that off, because flights to Roanoke from where I live are actually pretty affordable, or I could fly out of Atlanta. So I will look at that probably tomorrow when I get back after I sort out my car stuff. But just wanted to update you guys on what is going on. So I probably won't film too much more. I'll film my journey of getting back up to trail, but I'll see you all in just a couple days for another great day of heading back to trail for hiking. The only thing a hiker loves more than food is a good old gear explosion.